everybody, I'm Kimberly Turner from cookingwithkimberly.com, and today I'm going to show you how to bake a basic apple and cinnamon crumble. So I've got 8 or 9 apples here. Use whatever kind you have on hand or whatever kind you like or whatever's on sale. These are, you know, small, medium apples. They're not huge, but use what you have, alright? And I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit at this point. So what I've done is I've just washed my apples. I'm going to cut them in half, core them out, slice them into little chunks, okay? That's how we're going to get started here. So you could leave these in halves, slices. You could leave them in chunks like I'm doing. These are going to bake a lot faster if you're looking for a quick dessert. Also, I can combine the ingredients right into the bottom of this baking pan. Now, if you were doing something like a cobbler or a bread pudding, you know, you would do it differently. But today, this is super uber simple, and we're gonna make life easier. Okay, now I sprayed the baking pan. You can also grease it with butter if you like before I put the apples in. I'm also gonna add, I don't know, a handful of raisins. You don't have to do this, but we quite like that. You could add nuts, you could add seeds to this if you want. I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper. We always add a little bit of pepper to our apples. Cinnamon, I don't know, a couple teaspoons. However much you like. I'm just gonna give a dash of salt. Salt always balances out the sweetness. In fact, it makes it just right. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm gonna douse it with a little bit of maple syrup, a couple tablespoons. I'm Canadian, I can't help it. A little bit of cream, a couple tablespoons of that. And I'm gonna stir that up, okay? Get things coated. Get everything evenly distributed. If you wanted to put cloves on here or nutmeg, feel free to do that. A little bit of cardamom, never hurt. Cardamom and apple are just like a perfect combination. Now, I'm also going to add, this is Mom's pièce de résistance. She likes to add cornflakes to a lot of her desserts. So I'm gonna add, I don't know, maybe like a bowl full, okay? And re-stir that through. Make sure those get coated and mixed in. The corn gives a beautiful flavor and nice crunch, and it'll help soak up some of that liquid that the apples are going to give off. Now, you could peel your apples if you want to. Mom almost always peels her apples, and I almost never peel my apples. It's really just up to your own preference. I keep them on not only because it's easy, but they also impart a lot of nutrients that you're just wasting by getting rid of. That already smells awesome. I love recipes that you can just eyeball. Now, I'm gonna dot the top of this now that everything's evenly combined. I'm gonna dot the top of this with some butter, but we're also gonna put a topping on there, which is gonna make it even more of a crumble, okay? And I'm gonna need a little bit of melted butter for that to make everybody happy. This is easy to throw together. If you don't know what to make for a dessert and you have a whole bunch of people, or people just showed up and you don't know what to do, maybe you want something sweet, or the kids want something sweet after dinner and you don't know what to do, and you've got just apples sitting there. But you don't have to just use apples. You could use any kind of fruit you like. If you want to make a pineapple crumble, you could, okay? It's not hard. Also, you could add any kind of dried fruit to it, not just raisins. You could add dates or apricots to it. It would be awesome. Now, I'm going to put maybe, I don't know, 2 tablespoons worth of butter, and I'm going to melt it in the microwave really quickly. And I'm going to combine that melted butter with at least a cup of oatmeal, I would say. These are just quick oats. I would say that's probably enough. If I need a little bit more, then I can use a little bit more. I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon in those oats as well. That's melted enough, I'd say. Pour that into the oatmeal, give that a good stir, make sure that it's evenly distributed in there. Just try and get some butter on everything. If you need to use your fingers, do that. I think I'm going to do that. It's easier to combine things and make sure that it's well mixed. This is going to give a nice crunchy crumble on the top. But you could use other things too. You could use cookie crumbs. You could use a cracker crumb, like a saltine, that's kind of a neutral flavor, nothing with, like, I don't know, spices like onion or garlic or anything, but something neutral. There you go. And crumble that all on the top. Okay? Spread that out evenly. And that's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous dessert. Look at that. You're making something out of almost nothing. So my oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to cover this up for just a little while, okay? I'm probably going to let this bake in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes covered, and then I'm going to broil the top to make sure that it's all nice and browned the way I want, okay? So spray some aluminum foil on the shiny side. Make sure it's big enough to cover this whole baking tray. Covered it up. All right, and into the oven it goes. See in a little bit. All right, this has been going for about 30 minutes. Take this off. Ooh, gorgeous. Make sure you're opening it away from you, and you're just gonna test the apples. Okay, I feel an ever so slight crunch, and that's exactly what I want. So this is gonna go back into the oven, uncovered. I don't know, maybe another 15, 20 minutes. I want to make sure that it's nice and browned on top and that those apples are cooked through. But it looks gorgeous. Come see. Look at that. Woo! Back in. This apple crumble is done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it under the broiler for a couple minutes. Leave your oven door ajar so that you can see what's going on. You don't want it to burn. But what I want is the top to be a little bit more browned. Now that everything's cooked and done, I want it just to be browned up and beautiful. And this is done. Beautiful. Look at that, all cooked and gorgeous, a little bit caramelized on the top from the broiler. It's ready to go. Now there's a few ways to go with this. You can serve it straight up, just like this, or you can serve it with ice cream. You could serve it with yogurt even. You could probably even eat this for breakfast in the morning, like how you would eat an oatmeal. Oh, it looks gorgeous. Also, you could put whipped cream on top, or like I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of drown it in some cream, straight cream, like a little pool. Voila! Now I've been looking forward to this all day. So easy, no real recipe required. That is delicious. Not overly sweet. The sweetness from the fruit really carries through, and the raisins. To me, cinnamon really enhances sweetness as well. The top part is a little bit crunchy and crumbly and caramelized. Oh, it's good. And drowned in that little bit of cream on the outside that you can just kind of dunk it in. Divine. That's the perfect end to a cold, snowy day. That's how you bake an apple and cinnamon crumble on the fly. Follow me on Twitter at Cooking with Kim E with a capital E. Like the fan page at facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. You can check me out on instagram.com/webchefofalltrades. You can find my shows at iFoodTV, at my.fossum.tv/cookingwithkimberly, youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly. I have a channel on Roku, Cooking with Kimberly, and I'm also syndicated on Apple TV and Amazon and a few other places. Come to my website at cookingwithkimberly.com and subscribe. Interact with us and let us know what's going on in your culinary world, all right? Be a champion in your kitchen and eat deliciously. Bye.